Hello and welcome to another Hart Moto video. In today's video we're going to be discussing the pros and cons of servicing the bike yourself or taking it to a main dealer. Welcome back to the channel. So this is my Honda NC750X DCT. It is the 2023 model and it's now just out of warranty. So I explored the costs of carrying out a full service on this bike. So basically everything checked over, minus the valve clearances. It doesn't need those. It's like I say, it's 3 years old and it's done about 3,500 miles. So I made some inquiries locally here in the southwest, Cornwall, and the Google searches and general inquiries were coming back at costings between £400 and £600. Now, I might be a dinosaur and stuck in the dark ages. I thought that was quite expensive for what I needed to have done on the bike. So I'm quite capable with tools to a certain extent, so I thought I'll have a go at servicing it myself. I used to do my bikes back in the day. I'm talking like in the 90s, my Yamaha Phaser, Kawasaki ZZR, etc. So I'm quite capable to a point. So I thought I'm going to do it myself. It's out of warranty, and see how we get on. So what I've done, I've compiled two lists, one with the Moto and the high flow Filtro parts that I've used, and compared it to if you went and bought genuine parts from a Honda direct. There's a website, I'll put a link down in the description, where you can buy all the genuine parts for your Honda. So if you want to service your bike yourself and it's still in warranty and use factory parts, you can do. So like I say, please do go and check that list out. Okay, so in terms of servicing your bike, are there any specialist tools you need that's out of the ordinary, shall we say? So first things first, I'd say get yourself a torque wrench. Extremely handy tool to have to check your, obviously, the torque settings on bolts and bits and pieces. You'll need this little spindle key here. This is an Oxford Products one, basically to remove your front axle. And this one comes in different sizes from 12mm all the way up to 24mm. So you're covered if you've got multiple bikes as well. That'll pretty much undo everything. The wrench to remove your oil filter. And this little lifesaver here. This little gear gremlin for bleeding your brakes, along with a syringe. So what I'll do is I'll put links down in the description below for all the products that I've used. I've done a complete series on my jobs over the winter. So again, if they're of interest, please do check those out. So when you remove your wheel, you're going to need your little trolley jack in underneath to support everything. So that's pretty much terms of tools you're going to need, over the basic tools that you'd have, i.e. socket set, spanners, Allen keys, that sort of thing. Okay, so I went over the history of my bike, like all of us, keep your invoices and receipts and bits and pieces like that while your bike's in warranty, and for resale purposes as well, going forwards. So I looked at what it cost me last year for an oil and filter change at a genuine Honda dealership. So I dug out my paperwork, I've got that here in front of me. So that came to £199.73 just for an oil and filter change. Now that's why I was probably I'm not too shocked that I've been quoted between £400 and £600 for the work that I want done on the bike. So there you go. Right, going forwards, I've compiled a list of what the RRPs would be on the products that I've used to service my NC. Now these, like I say, these are full RRPs. If you shop around, you can probably get better deals. So I used Moto X products and high flow filtro products. Now, for full transparency, I was given those products from Moto X and Bickers Power Sports to enable me to make these videos, so a big thank you to them. Right, let's start with the oil. So 4 litres of oil, the 1030 Moto X top speed, the RRP for that is $79.99. The high flow oil filter, $10.99. High flow air filter, $19.99. The Moto X brake fluid DOP4 250ml, $9.99. Moto X coolant, the M3 1 litre, $14.99. So that comes in a total of £135.95, which I didn't think was too bad. Now, like I said earlier, you can shop around. There are some deals online, and you probably be able to bring that down by 10 or 15 quid. So that's the products that I use. Now, you can, if your bike is in warranty and you wanted to keep using genuine Honda parts, you can buy direct from Honda. So like I say, as always, links in the description below where you can buy all the products that I've used, or you can go and have a look at the genuine Honda parts. So the coolant, the genuine Honda, is $8.99. Oil filter, £16. 4 litres of oil, £56. Brake fluid, this is 500 millilitres, £15.50. Air filter, $46.25. Now that came in a total of $142.74. So basically there's like a £7 difference. So whether you wanted to go Moto X and high flow or keep it genuine, there's not much in it really. Like I say, it's entirely up to you which way you want to go. If your bike's still in warranty, I would stick to the genuine Honda parts. If it's out of warranty, shop around, and you know, if you have, like most people, they have their favourites. They've used the same oils, products for years. Use those, you know, if you're happy to do so. So going forward then, when I was servicing the bike, I've had 2 new tyres fitted as well. More about that in a moment. So I've re-greased all the spindles, re-greased the seals for the bearings. The cush drive has been out on the rear wheel, cleaned, reassembled, and re-greased axle and bearings there as well. Adjusted the chain, and you know, gone through everything. I've cleaned the pads, the pistons on the calipers, gone through the whole bike. So if anything needed attention as well, I've done all of that, and I've added you know, a couple of little upgrades as well, like the Scott oiler and my little Denali projector light on the front. Again, I've done all videos of this over the winter, so if they're of interest, please do go and check those out. Okay, right, let's move on to the tyres. Now again, for full transparency, I was supplied these by Bickers Power Sports. They did me a very good deal on these, so I then went to go and see if I can get them fitted locally. I will be honest with you, that was a complete nightmare. Not many people, don't know why, weren't keen to fit my tyres for me. One garage, motorcycle dealer, quoted me £120 to fit my tyres. So I walked away from that one, obviously. And so let's look at the costings. So I've got the CST Ride Migra. Now, one of the reasons I've gone for those is It's again from one of my suppliers, and they've asked me to give them a go. More than happy to do so. And they're a Chinese tyre. Now, they do have favourable reviews online, and they have been independently tested by some of the BSB riders as well. So that gives me confidence the product is of a certain quality. Also, they are the manufacturer of Maxxis tyres, which are huge in the mountain bike off-road world as well. Time will tell on the tyres if they're any good or not. I need to get out and scrub them in and see how they fare. But like I say, BSB riders have tested them in independent reviews, and they reported back favourably. So and there's, like I say, and there are other reviews out there from other independent people, and again they came back all good. Now, so the tyres, this is again the RRPs. You can shop around and probably get some favourable deals. So it was £115 for the rear RRP, 90 for the front, and it cost me balancing and fitting £70. So that's a total of £275. Have I saved any money doing it this way? No, not really. It would have been better if I just rode my bike into a bike shop and said, what tyres have you got in, whatever they be, get them fitted, and it probably would have been about the same sort of cost. So lesson learned on my part there. Especially down here in the southwest, it might be different elsewhere. They don't want to fit tyres other than what they've supplied. Why? I don't know. It's either an astronomical amount of money or they're not interested. One place I phoned, I explained the situation to him. I said, I'm in the bike business. The supplier has kindly done me a good deal on some tyres. Would you be able to fit them for me, and how much would they be? And the response was, no, not really, which I was shocked, really, really shocked. But there we are. I got them done in the end. That's the main thing. So that's what it's all cost me. I have saved a lot of money. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. If you're more than confident, on the tools and bits and pieces, it's you can't really mess things up. Just take your time. Look at various tutorials. Look at online manuals. If you're not sure, and please do just use my videos that I've done as a reference, as a guide. I'm not a motor mechanic. I'm not a motorcycle mechanic. But like I say, I'm more than happy to do these things myself. So that's pretty much in a nutshell. Okay, so there we have it. So the bike now is all ready for its MOT, which I'm going to book in a few weeks' time, and I have no doubt it will sail through that. So one other thing I've added to the bike, I didn't pop on video, is I've installed a side stand foot extender as well. Bought this off of Amazon. I think it was $7.99, and nice quality. Billet aluminium finished in black. So I've popped that on as well. Again, links down in the description where you can pick those up. And again, so when I'm up in Scotland or around our country lanes here in Cornwall, that gives me a bit more confidence. The bike is nicely secure on the side stand. So that is that. What else have we got coming up on the channel in the future? Again, Motorex have kindly given me some cleaning products to test out. So we'll do a cleaning and detail video at some point in the future. So that will be coming. So we've got some quick cleaner, wheel cleaner, some lube, some Moto Shine Perfect Finish, some degreaser, and some helmet care cleaning products as well. So again, we'll do some videos with those products in the future, probably in a month or two. And also Oxford have asked me to check out this new Microjet cordless tyre inflator. Now I think these little things are worth their weight in gold, especially if you're touring. So that will be coming up very, very soon. We'll be checking this little pump out, see how good that is. I'm sure it'll be absolutely a-okay, like most things are from Oxford. So yeah, that's what we've got coming up on the channel. So yeah, there we are. As always, I do hope you found my little video of interest and of use. Be very, very grateful if you consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I hope you can join me again in future videos. Thanks again for watching. Cheerio!